Imagine waking up one day to find every single dollar of your savings locked, frozen, untouchable. Not because you did anything wrong, but because of a tiny error your bank made. Now imagine calling for help and being mocked for your last name instead. That's what happened to me. But what they didn't know? For just $3, I was about to teach them the most painful lesson of their lives. If you've ever felt powerless against a company that thought they could walk all over you, then you're going to love this story. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle up, because this is one of the most delicious revenge stories you'll hear today. I've always believed in supporting local businesses. So, for reasons I still can't explain, I decided to trust my hard-earned money with a tiny, local credit union instead of a major bank. I thought, hey, small banks care more about their people, right? That illusion shattered one cold morning. I was at an ATM, tired from a long shift, just needing some cash. I slid my card in, declined, tried again, nothing. My stomach sank. Inside the branch, I explained the problem. A clerk, almost dismissive, gave me some special code. Apparently, it allowed me to pull money directly from my account without the card working. She said it like it was no big deal. And for a moment, I believed her. But a few days later, my nightmare began. I logged into my account and saw it was frozen, completely locked. Every cent I had, inaccessible. Not because I was in debt, not because I overdrafted, but because of some minor accounting error on their end. Still, the punishment fell on me. Escalation, disrespect. I called customer support, desperate. Instead of empathy, I was met with attitude. One rep sighed like I was wasting her time. Another spoke to me like I was some criminal trying to pull a scam. But the one that really cut deep, he laughed, then muttered something about foreign last names always having problems. That line burned into me. My hands shook, my chest tightened. My thoughts spiraled. Was I being punished just because of who I was? Because of my name? My background? I had done nothing wrong. But here I was, powerless. The breaking point weeks dragged on. My money stayed locked, rent was due, bills piled up. So what do you think? Did this little credit union get what they deserved? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? If this story gave you chills, smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because I've got plenty more stories where this came from. But the more I thought about it, the more it felt right. They had embarrassed me. They had disrespected me. They had taken away my voice. What if I gave them thousands of voices instead? Revenge planning. So I logged onto the site my cousin mentioned. The interface was almost too simple. For just a few rubles, mere cents, I could have people post whatever I told them to, across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And the kicker? I could choose whether the accounts looked American, European, or anything else. I typed in a few carefully crafted AI-generated complaints. Nothing outrageous, just realistic frustrations like, this bank froze my money for no reason. Terrible service, rude staff. Stay away, they treat customers with disrespect. Especially foreigners. I loaded $3 into the system. Hit submit. And then I waited. Execution at first, nothing. Then within an hour, I saw the posts trickle in. A handful of complaints turned into dozens into hundreds. The credit union's Facebook page, normally quiet, was now a battlefield. Their Twitter replies flooded. Fraud bank! Scammers! Never trust them. I could almost hear the panic from their PR department. And the best part? There was no way to trace any of it back to me. By the end of the day, I got a call. Not from some rude rep, not from some bored clerk, but from the call center manager himself. His tone, completely different, smooth, respectful, almost trembling. Sir, we understand your frustration. We'd like to resolve this immediately. If you wish to close your account, we will personally transfer your full balance, plus an additional $50 for your inconvenience. To any bank you prefer, I sat there, silent, letting the words wash over me. After weeks of being treated like dirt, suddenly I was the most important customer they had. And I hadn't even lifted more than 3 fingers, or $3. Of course, I agreed. My money was freed that same day. But the complaints, the hundreds of angry, fake but real-looking posts, they stayed, still multiplying. And that was their problem now. Looking back, it wasn't just about the money. It was about respect. They underestimated me, mocked me, thought I was powerless. But sometimes justice doesn't cost millions. Sometimes the sweetest revenge costs just $3. Looking back, it wasn't just about the money. It was about respect. They underestimated me, mocked me, thought I was powerless. But sometimes justice doesn't cost millions. Sometimes the sweetest revenge costs just $3. So what do you think? Did this little credit union get what they deserved? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? If this story gave you chills, smash that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because I've got plenty more stories where this came from.